is up? What is up? What is up, my people? Your boy just woke up from a nice slumber. One of them boring Saturdays where I don't. What's happening, my man? One of them boring Saturdays where I don't really have much to do. I basically went day and did a job for somebody. I do work on cars in my spare time. Small stuff. I don't do like serious engine work or transmission work, stuff like that. I can do alternators, starters, belts, compressors, stuff like that. I do still do stereo installation, but not as much as I used to. Did a job earlier today, got that taken care of, but the guy works with me. What's happening, Bruce? The guy works with me, the one I told you about that wears the damn Invictus. He's trying to get his Jeep Cherokee running. I changed the pulley on it for him, and I got him a battery that I had laying around. So unfortunately, he didn't have the $40 for the battery. I didn't charge him for the pulley because it didn't take long. I was actually trying to get the $40 so I can go ahead and get my screen fixed on my other phone. But he don't get paid until this coming Friday like I do. So I had another job. I was going to jailbreak somebody's Fire Stick. And my stepdad could not get in touch with the guy for some reason. So that would have been another $40 that I could have got my phone fixed. But apparently that didn't work out. So I brought my ass home. Laid down. I started watching Infinity War, and I dozed off right after the war in Wakanda started. So I just woke up not too long ago. Like I said, I didn't really do much. I didn't wear any fragrances today. So I just felt like doing this video, and like always, I got a strange feeling in a few minutes somebody's gonna call. But regardless of the fact, I'm here for you guys to talk fragrance. The fragrances that I had in the intro photo are not the ones I want to talk about. Although, if you want to know about any of them, you can ask. I'm just here really to talk fragrance. So whatever question anyone has, comments, even if you want to talk about sports or anything like that. I'm not really a big sports fan as far as basketball is concerned. I love basketball, but anything else I'm not really big on. I don't care for baseball, football, unless it's Alabama football. Just like I said, soon as I start this video, somebody was gonna call. So that was my friend. Me and her supposed to go over on the island and walk around a little bit, just take a load off. But I didn't wear any fragrance to earlier today. I may spray on something before we leave. What, I don't know. I don't even know what the weather is like outside. It was hell earlier today, but it could be cool outside now, so I do need to check so I can decipher what fragrance I'm gonna wear. But anybody got any questions, any comments, anything they want to throw out there? I know I had some questions asked earlier today while I was out doing my thing, or trying to do my thing, and I think I answered one of them. Somebody wanted to know, I guess, the batch code of Sung Om, and I guess I gave them the right information. It was punched in the bottom of the bottle and the box. Well, it was on a sticker on the bottle, but punched in on the box. Other questions, I think I answered everything, but I'm not sure. I went back and looked at the comments. I see a lot of Beverly Hills Polo fragrances. I'm very hesitant of them too. I've had one. I think I had what was it? Damn, I can't remember now. Blaze or either the other one. I can't remember the other one. But one of them is supposed to be, if not a clone, it's supposed to be similar to another fragrance. I've had it, but I think I had the body spray. If that's what it was, it didn't look like a cologne. It was in a big plastic-like bottle, and I think it was the Spice Bomb. But I had it, and I wasn't really thrilled about it. It smelled okay, but I gave it away. But I see a lot of Beverly Hills Polo Club stuff too, and I'm not big on that myself. Beverly Hills Polo, I always thought was associated with Ralph Polo, and I found out that it's not, because I used to buy my kids the Beverly Hills Polo Club polo style shirts, and I didn't really know the difference until somebody pointed it out, and then I guess my kids figured it out before I did, and my son, he really didn't care, but once he found out and he got a little older, I guess he picked on, because you know how cruel kids are. He didn't want to wear it anymore, so I can't bring home that Beverly Hills Polo shit. My daughter is 17 and my son is 14, and they know the difference now. And so if I bring that shit home, they gonna clown my ass. But I keep hearing people, subscribers mainly, say that I shouldn't sleep on Beverly Hills Polo Club fragrances. But me personally, I'm just not a fan. Like, and I see them all the time, and they are pretty cheap. I don't know much about the stuff. Like, besides me having, I think it was Blaze I had. Besides having that, other than that, I don't know much about them. I see them all the time. People, especially when I do them live videos in the store, and people see them and they say, "Oh, that's a good one. You should try that one." And I'm like, nah. And somebody keeps bringing up, I think it's Kuros or some other fragrance, some old school powerhouse type fragrance. And they keep saying it over and over and over that it's a good fragrance. I should try it out. And I'm not really big on a lot of those old school type powerhouse fragrances. I think I've smelled Kuros in the mall at Perfume World, and I wasn't thrilled about it. Like, it was strong as fuck. It seemed like it would last forever, but I just wasn't a fan of the fragrance. So, and I've seen it at TJ Maxx before, when I first started shopping for fragrances, and it just didn't pique my curiosity. I mean, the bottle is cool. Has a built-in, kind of like the Silver Scent Pure bottles, but other than that, I mean, it like, I'm really not into it. But I may give it a chance, give it a try, because there are some other strong powerhouse fragrances that I've tried, um, that I gave a chance. So I probably should give that one also, I guess. I can't wait till it gets cold again, so I can try this Bentley for Men Intense out. Um, I wouldn't say like Aramis. I think it's probably a little better than Aramis, but I'm just not a fan of it like that. Like, when I think of YSL, and I think YSL is the one who makes Kuros. But and I could be wrong. If I am, correct me. When I think of YSL, I think of like L'Homme and La Nuit de L'Homme and stuff like that. Them sweet, nice fragrances. I don't think about like some old school barbershoppy, whatever type fragrance, that powerhouse, long-lasting type scent. I think of sweet, masculine, um, women appealing fragrances like that from YSL, not something like Kuros, or however you say it. It smells like strong cat piss. I can believe it. I had a chance to smell Aramis once, and I didn't do it. I also was gonna buy it once because it was pretty cheap, and I chose not to. And I'm glad I didn't. Listening to Joy, he would have had me fucked up because he hypes that fragrance up a lot, and I just don't. I'm glad I didn't. And for those of you who do not have my email address, I left it in the opening, so I'm assuming you guys can see it. If not, it's KCROOK697 at gmail.com. I know a lot of people be trying to send me pics of fragrances when they're in stores or stuff that they have, and they don't know how to get in touch with me. You can send it through email. Once again, it's KCROOK697 at gmail.com. And also, you can find me on Facebook. My name is Keith, KEITH CROOK, Crook. And you'll see a picture of me on there. I got on all white. It's like an all white shirt with some blue, I think it's like blue cars on it. I got on white shorts and white and blue shoes. And it has a picture of a dove with something in its mouth on it. You can find me. That picture will be in the foreground, and there's a picture of my son and daughter in the background. So you can find me. You can message me anytime, day or night. Except for late at night. Please do not ring my phone or try to video chat me late at night. Please use decent hours. I do respond to any and all messages. If you have any questions, if you're at a store and you're not sure about a fragrance, you can hit me up and see if I know about it. If I don't, I can always point you in the direction of another reviewer who may answer you. If not, I can look the answer up for you and give it to you. I do answer video messages or video calls, text messages, any form of message that you guys, if you want to fucking send me a smoke signal, I'll respond to that too. Carrier pigeon, all that shit. If you have someone who leaves a sky message where they write the message in smoke in the sky, I'll respond to that too, goddammit. Armoff the Pride was said to be a sweet version of Dior Sauvage. Supposedly. But when I smelled it, I didn't get that. It's like a light version of It's like a light version of Sauvage, but you don't really smell Sauvage. It's just like a semi-sweet fragrance. To me, it's not that good. I mean, if you're looking for something different, pick it up because it's cheap enough. But I wasn't thrilled about it when I smelled it, and I didn't even purchase it. I mean, the bottle looks nice. It's cool. The packaging it comes in is cool. But as far as the fragrance, it's not an exact or close enough copy of Sauvage or whatever the hell it's supposed to be a clone of. I didn't get that. If you're looking for a decent clone of Sauvage, the only one I know of, well, I have two. One of them is Ventana, and the other one is, what's the other one? The two I have is Ventana by Armaf. I'm sorry about the glare. It's Ventana by Armaf. Smells damn similar without that harsh, strong pepper note. That's why I like Ventana better, because Sauvage to me is a little too sharp with that pepper note, and it kind of gives me a headache. And then I bought this decant of Tradition. I guess it's Tradition 1. This is what the guy wrote from the flea market, and it smells like Sauvage also. And I think I paid $17 for this, which is actually too much, because I remember when these used to be like $7, and now the prices have gone up, I guess, for the demand for the fragrance, depending on what it is. And I guess since this is a clone of Sauvage, they figured they could get more of it. I've only worn this once. This one I've worn several times, and I get way more compliments from this one than the other one. And this one is an all-day fragrance. This shit lasts on me all fucking day. So it's a very nice powerhouse fragrance. And this actually is what I might wear tonight. Depending on if it's cool or not outside. If it's cool enough, I might wear this just to give it a try. And being that we're going to be on the beach tonight, I may, just for the fun of it, take maybe 2 fragrances and just do a comparison just to see which one people like. So be on the lookout for that if I do it. And you know it's going to be live, so if you see me live later on, tune in. And we're down to 2 viewers right now, so either no one's interested or everyone is busy on this Saturday night. So I'm really not going to stay on here too long. It's really, I mean, people are going to see it regardless, because I have quite a few reviewers or viewers that do like my channel and watch things that I post and share. But I'm going to try not to stay on here too long. I do have to get in the shower and get ready to get out of here. What's happening? Flint, Michigan. That's what's up, man. What's happening, Cool? Got somebody in here from Flint, Michigan. Boy, that water crisis y'all had was something serious, man. I mean, I hope everything is cool now. I haven't been keeping up with the news lately. I really don't. I tried to stay away from all that negativity, but I hope things are going good for you guys now. and there's always been kind of a conspiracy behind that Flint, Michigan water crisis thing. I don't know what to believe these days, because I do believe in some conspiracies, um, especially when it comes to us as black people. Um, you know, sometimes things are coincidental, as they would say, but most of the time I feel like it's crowd control, like, overpopulation, and all of a sudden some new virus or some new thing is out, and it kills off some people, and then that shit goes away, and then it comes back, something else comes up later. Yeah, I feel you, no matter what the race. But just speaking through recent times, like the killing of unarmed black people, the police situation and stuff like that. Like, it's been going on for years. It's just more in the spotlight now because of social media and stuff like that. So, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just not us, but it's a lot of focus on us as of the recent past few years. So, but anyway, I don't want to get too far into that, because people are touchy feeling when it comes to stuff like that. So let me know what you guys wore today. If you guys wore any fragrances today, holler at me, tell me what you wore. I didn't wear anything because I was outside working on a vehicle, and I didn't want to. Well, actually, I did wear something today. I did. My bad. I actually did. Ferrari Vetiver Essence. I've never heard of that one, but hope it was pretty good. I actually wore Live J5 Nautica Voyage. Was that a vintage version Nautica Voyage, or was that just a regular old Nautica Voyage from anywhere? I've never actually smelled the original Nautica Voyage because I, like a jackass, didn't pay attention, and I bought that Nautica Voyage, the N85 or N83 or whatever the hell it was, so I gotta buy it. Love and Luck today. That's what's up. I had Love and Luck a long time ago, and that was a very nice fragrance. Want to try Chrome Aqua. I've heard about it. I haven't got my nose on it yet either. What I wore today is an old school classic, Drakkar Noir, and I just decided to put it on because I knew I was going to be outside and not inside a building. It's pretty much not by now non-existent on my skin. I put this on, I think it was like between 9 or 10 earlier today, this morning, and it's not a beast mode fragrance. It dried down nicely, has like a semi-sweet kind of vanilla type dry down. Almost kind of reminded me of Aspen a little bit on the dry down, but it's not bad. It just didn't last long on my skin. So I really don't recommend this unless you're a collector and you just want to have it. That's pretty much what I did. I listened to Joy and one other reviewer talk about this, and they said it was nice. And yeah, I think it's been reformulated because it is watered down. the new stuff. This is old school and it's watered down now too. But that's what I wore today, earlier today. And I hate when they reformulate fragrances. It sucks, man. I mean, you get them powerhouse type fragrances, and then they want to fuck with the makeup of it, take something out and add something in, and they fuck it up, and now it don't perform well. It don't last long. It don't project like it's supposed to or like it used to. I wish they would just leave it alone, man. Just leave it alone. You get them powerhouse fragrances. Most of the time, they just try to be cheap. Because some ingredients do cost. Like oak moss is supposed to be banned in fragrances now. And once you take that oak moss away and you try to make a synthetic version of it, it's not going to perform the same. What's my go-to oils or colognes? My go-to cologne, if I had to just grab something right now and walk out of the door, would probably be Club de Nuit Intense Man. That's pretty much my go-to. If I know I'm going to be somewhere and I want to get great projection, great longevity, and I want the compliment factor, that's the one I grab the most. I could have said Coach for Men, or maybe Albertash Concepts or something like that. But if I walk out of this place right now, that's probably the fragrance I would grab, is Club de Nuit Intense Man. And I'm looking right at it from here. Oils, I couldn't say, because a lot of the oils, I don't remember what they smell like. I have about 22 oils, and almost all of them smell good, because if they didn't, I wouldn't have purchased them. But I don't know, I would have to go through those and pick one. But as far as cologne, probably Club de Nuit Intense Man. And that's what's up, Coop. I'm looking forward to it, my friend, because everything you sent me so far, with maybe the exception of that Creed Aventus, in which I didn't get any compliments when I wore that one, but everything else that I've worn so far and did a video on, you can go back and check it out, have been spot on bangers. So 2 thumbs up to you, my friend. Your collection is fire. And I'm looking forward to that Versace Zebra. One of the best Aventus clones. Acqua di Gio Profumo. I haven't smelled Acqua di Gio Profumo, but I have Giorgio Armani Armani Code Profumo, and that's a good one too. You heard Amazon is cracking down on people jailbreaking their Fire Sticks and installing Kodi on it. It could be. I haven't heard anything, but you know, if they do, then that's what it is. But you know, people don't always want to like pay them ridiculous prices for what the fuck people are charging for adding things on to Fire Sticks or using Fire Sticks. And people want to use them for what they want to use them for, and I don't see nothing wrong with it myself. I know sometimes it like takes money out of their pockets because we can download such free content on the Fire Stick, but you know, it is what it is, man. If they do it, they do it. If they don't, they don't. I don't really care. For that part, they'll just be losing out because people don't have Fire Sticks anymore. I'm pretty sure they've made their share of money off the Fire Stick. And even if they do crack down on that, you can always buy another. You can buy Roku. You can buy, you know, whatever else that's out there. So to me, you know, I understand the game. I'll put it like that. And the game is they make a product so they can make a profit. And when people find a loophole, it cuts from the profit that they should be making and it lessens it. So I understand that they probably pissed off that people are downloading, ways to bypass, using the Fire Stick for what they intended it for and using it for how they see fit to. I get that. But, prices on shit is so expensive nowadays. Like, they want to charge you an arm and a leg. Like, going to the movies used to be cheap. I remember when the 99-cent movies used to be here in our local town, and people used to pack that place. Popcorn was cheap, drinks was cheap, and now all of a sudden, just to go to the movies to take your family or take a female with you, you're gonna end up spending like $50. You're buying tickets that's gonna cost like $20-something. You buy a thing of popcorn that's gonna cost you like $15 or whatever. Two drinks gonna probably run you damn near $20. So it's ridiculous, man. It's crazy. But then it's not our fault that prices in movies are lacking because they put out such shitty content movies. Captain Marvel should have been way better than what it was, and I can understand that it probably was a rush movie. They stuck it in between the greatest cliffhanger in a movie ever in Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, and they stuck it right in the middle. So it was a rush job trying to introduce Captain Marvel, in which they could have did a way better job on that movie. And I think that it sucked as far as like the ending of the movie, because that space scene where she was destroying shit was amazing to me, even though most of it was CGI, but still, let's see. Yeah. Anytime you get a fragrance that doesn't perform well on your skin, first of all, make sure you moisturize your skin. Use an unscented lotion. And also, I know a lot of people don't like using unscented shower gels and soaps, but that also helps too, because when you use a scented shower gel or a scented lotion, a scented soap, it usually sticks to your skin long and it interferes with the fragrance scent. So if you can use unscented soap, just maybe on the days that you're going to wear something that you know is nice to project well, then use something unscented, unscented lotion, unscented soap. Most of the time you can use unscented lotion, put it on your skin, and then spray the fragrance on, or you can squeeze some of the lotion in your hand, and then you take the fragrance and you squirt it directly into the lotion, and then you rub it and put it on. That helps also. If that doesn't work, then make sure you spray it on your shirt. It lasts a while. Let's see. Have you tried Dunhill Icon? No, I have not tried Dunhill Icon. I wanted to. I actually had it in my cart on Fragrance X. I was going to try the Dunhill Icon Racing because I heard that was a good one too, but then I watched another video and they said it wasn't all that. So I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to them Dunhill Icon fragrances. I'm not sure. And if it smells like a grape soda vibe, then I really don't want to try it, because I have Silver Scent Pure, which smells like grape. I have Kanye West, Whatever It Takes, that also smells like grape. I think I have something else that kind of smells like grape. I think it's Diesel Plus Plus has a grape smell to it. So if it smells like that, then I don't want any more grapes. If I want grapes, I'll just go to the store and buy a case of soda or some shit like that. But for anybody else who wants to try it, you know, that's what's up. Blu-ray. I haven't. I'm sorry if I'm behind on all of this. You know, I get to talking and whatever, but I ain't never been big on Blu-ray. And I think Blu-ray is gonna fade out sooner or later because people don't buy as many DVDs as they used to, especially when they have stuff like Fire Sticks and they can watch movies from websites on their phone. So I think all of that shit is gonna phase out sooner or later. Dunhill Desire Silver. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, YouTube does have good free movies. I started out watching movies on YouTube. Um, a lot of times nowadays it's too many commercials for me though. Like they commercializing everything. Even the videos that I do or any other reviewer do, they're starting to commercialize those now also. So I guess somebody got to make some money somewhere. I haven't seen any videos, commercials in my videos yet, but I'm pretty sure sooner or later it's gonna happen. YouTube Red. I ever rock CK1? No. I have recently just smelled CK1 and CKB in Perfume World because I was interested. I saw CKB in Max in some videos that I did recently, and when I asked, you know, my subscribers about it, somebody told me that it's not worth buying. It was like $20. They said it wasn't worth it. Don't do it. CK1, the only ones I've seen are them little teeny tiny bottles, and they charging like 15, 20 for that shit. And I'm like, why the fuck would you charge $10, $15 for that little teeny tiny thing? And it's not even a sprayer. It's like one of them pour joints that you pour out into your hand. And I hate them kind. If I can find a decent sized bottle for a reasonable price, then yeah, I'll probably try CK1. But CKB and any one of them other flankers, I haven't tried. I have, like I said, tried B and 1, so, but I don't own them. CK1 was close to Azzaro Chrome and Cuba Blue. I don't think I've smelled Cuba Blue. I have Chrome by Azzaro, and when I smelled CK1, I didn't get that. Azzaro Chrome has like a metallic, sharp smell to it, which to me is good. I like it. A lot of people may think it's synthetic, and I hate fucking when they say synthetic or generic, but they say it has like a synthetic type vibe to it, but I don't know about Cuba Blue. Money Network's supposed to smell like and perform better for $12. Yeah, I haven't smelled any of the Lomani fragrances except for if somebody sent me something. But as far as like me smelling them on my own, no, I haven't. I couldn't tell you. You just watched my review on Azzaro Chrome United, and it's a pretty good fragrance. I like it. It's definitely different than Azzaro Chrome and what's the other flanker? Yeah, it's definitely different than Chrome and Legend, and these two aren't similar either. Uh, Chrome United is, you can smell a little bit of the original Chrome DNA in Chrome United, but it's more of a lighter and a little bit more sweeter version than Chrome. Um, I actually honestly like it more than Chrome, but Chrome would probably be a more go-to fragrance for me because it's more noticeable. But it's definitely good. I like it. As you can see, I haven't worn that much of it. I think I've worn it once versus Chrome. As you can see, it's almost like halfway close to it. I wore that more. Yeah, the metallic vibe I get more in Chrome than I get from United or Legend. Chrome has just what it says. It has like a chrome or metal type vibe to it, in which I still like it though. It's a classic fragrance. It's definitely one for the ages. But not many people talk about or even wear that I know of Chrome United. There may be a few videos out there about this, but a lot of people don't talk about it. It's pretty good in my book. I think Legend is probably better. Definitely better in my book. Legend is. And if you can find a big ass bottle of Legend, get that instead of this little small one. The only reason why I got this one is because I couldn't find a big bottle here where I live. I probably could have ordered it online, but you know, this is enough juice for me because I don't wear it that much. I think I've only worn this probably once too, but it's pretty good also. A dude at my job wears Chrome like a guy at your job wears Invictus. I can't do Chrome. Yeah, I feel you. I if somebody else is wearing a fragrance like that a lot, I won't wear it either. Chrome Pure was cheaper because heard that was nice. Yeah, I haven't even got my nose on that yet. I want to. But the good thing about it is Chrome, Azaro fragrances usually hit discounters pretty quick. Just like Calvin Klein fragrances hit discounters pretty quick. So if you can hold tight and wait maybe a few months, I'm pretty sure you'll run into it in TJ Maxx, Marshalls, some kind of Ross, any kind of discount store. So just be patient. You don't have to be one of the first ones to run out and grab a fragrance, um, and be like the rest of the sheep out there. You can wait for a little while because I hate running out and grabbing a fragrance and smelling like everybody else that you walk past during the day. I hate that. While everybody else is smelling like smelling like Invictus or smelling like uh, Aventus or whatever, you walk past someone and you're gonna smell different. I like that. I don't like smelling like everybody else. I hate being one of the masses. Yeah, our discounters here are pretty much trash. The only time we really get any decent fragrances are probably around the holidays or best notable Christmas. I seen a lot of shit around Christmas time here, and I didn't have the money for a lot of that stuff. And when they first started putting out the gift sets, I was happier than a pig in shit because they had 1 million fragrances. They had Invictus. They had all kinds of shit that I haven't been able to get my nose on at the time. I have a lot of those fragrances now, but um, I saw a lot of stuff that I normally don't see throughout the regular year. around Christmas time. And I'm looking forward to this year Christmas, because this year I'm going to be prepared. When them gift sets hit stores, I'm jumping on them. I give two fucks this year. I'm on them. I waited around last year and all the good shit was gone, and then you were left after Christmas with a bunch of shit that was kind of pricey. And then once everything started going down in price, going on clearance, everybody was beating me to them, and then everything was gone. So I'm not waiting this year. I'm jumping on them. I'm gonna start saving, putting some money to the side, and when that shit starts hitting discounters, I'm gonna be all over them this year. Trust me. But yeah, these past few months, at least since Christmas, every now and then I might run into a decent fragrance at a discounter. But for the most part, I haven't been picking up too much shit. I've been picking up, stuff like this. If I find it for like $9 or $10 marked down. I blew a Dolce & Gabbana the one gift set for $49.99, which was less than a single bottle. Yeah, it happens, man. It happens. I missed out on 2 opportunities myself. I missed out on one Gucci fragrance a couple days ago. I didn't get it because I thought it was a woman's fragrance. I went to Ulta and they had it in the fucking men's section. So I turned around and went back to TJ Maxx to get it, and the shit was gone. And then it was something else that I wanted from TJ Maxx that was a good fragrance, and it was 1 million Privé. It was the 200 ml bottle for like $80. But for some reason, I just didn't want to fork out $80, and I'm just not that type of dude. Like, I don't pay that kind of money for fragrances. If I can't get it for at the max $60, I'm not gonna do it. But I didn't look at it at the time like a 200 ml for $80 was a good deal, and which it is. You're getting basically 4 50 milliliter bottles or 2 100 ml bottles of something for $80. So either way you look at it, it came out being a damn good deal, and I passed on it. And then when I went to say fuck it, I'm gonna get it, the shit was gone. Armani Code Profumo, they had a small bottle of it, and it was like $80 something. Or no, it was like $50 or $60 something. And I thought it was not that good of a deal. Plus, I've never smelled it before, so I was kind of scared. I passed on that one, and then when I said fuck it, I was gonna get it, it was gone. Lo and behold, though, when I went to Atlanta about a month or so ago, my friend actually purchased the big bottle of it for me for like $80 something. So it wasn't my money, it was hers. So I ended up with it anyway. Plus, Dolce & Gabbana, the one, whether it's EDT or EDP, is a great fragrance regardless. And I hate when people say, stuff about the EDP and all that. Yes, EDP is going to be more stronger, more potent, and may last longer in some cases. But I don't think there's a big difference. I mean, scent-wise, you can tell there's a slight difference in EDT and EDP. Of course, the juice and the EDP is darker than the original EDT, but I still think they're both very attractive, sensual, sexy fragrances. Women love them, especially using them for a close encounter scent. It's great, and I'm glad I have the EDT. I don't care about EDP and all that shit. Now, if I could find EDP for a decent price, kudos to me, I'll buy it. But as far as like price-wise, there's also. Anything about Lacoste Challenge, it's been popping up everywhere around my way. I know nothing about Lacoste Challenge. The only Lacoste fragrance I have is Lacoste Blanc Pure. Which is in one of Lacoste, when it comes to this line, or this actual brand here, is probably their best. I've seen the one in the blue bottle. I've smelled the one in the yellow bottle. The all that other shit. This one is by far the best spring and summertime type fragrance, and I think this is probably the best fragrance in their collection. Besides, what is it? Lacoste, the one everybody talks about. Is it L'Homme? I think. But to me, this is the best. It's kind of citrusy. Women love this shit when I wore it to work. It smells amazing. It doesn't last all day. You do get about maybe 2 hours of projection, and then it becomes a skin scent, but it still sticks with you as you walk. It's still in the air. Longevity on my skin and clothes, I probably got about 6 hours, maybe 5.5 out of it. But the scent itself is enough for me to make me buy it, and I'm glad I found it. I think I paid $40. Yeah, the sticker is still on this. I just so happened to bop into Ross one day, and they had just put it on the shelf. And I said, oh shit, Lacoste, because I've never been a Lacoste clothing fan. Even though the clothes are nice, I just couldn't afford it because Lacoste was kind of high at one point in time. I don't know how it is now. But when I seen this, I grabbed it and bought it, and I sprayed it in the store. And one of my old classmates, they call her Bunky. She used to be fine as hell back in the days. I don't know how she is now because I haven't seen her. But she was one of the most popular chicks at our high school. She actually smelled this, and a few people in the store smelled it, and they loved it. And all women. So I bought it. $40. Seen someone talk about the yellow too. Yeah, like I said, I've smelled the yellow one, and I still think that this is the best performing one out of that line. Like any of the bottles that you see, like I don't know nothing about any other Lacoste fragrance, but when you see the bottles like these, the yellow, the blue, the black, the whatever other colors they got, this one to me, to my nose and what I like, is the best. And I've smelled almost all of the ones in this line. I can't speak for any other Lacoste fragrance, but this particular line, this fragrance to me is the best one. So despite what other people might say, to my nose, this is the shit. And this in spring and summer would easily be in my top 10. Easily. So if you ever run into this one, make sure you can get it for a decent price. I think $40 is fair, but I think if you can find it for cheaper than that, pick this one up. It's Lacoste Blanc Pure, also known as Lacoste White. The dry down is real good on that one. Spice and woods. Another fragrance that I picked up, I talked about this once or twice before. This is Pour On, and I like this bottle. It's very nice, kind of elegant looking. This one has a lion head on it. They have one with the horse head, and this one is the Eau de Parfum, I think. And the horse head is Eau de Toilette, I think. It's a difference, but I'm not sure. I just know it's a difference in the horse and the lion. But when I first bought this, I really didn't like it. And then it had to kind of grow on me a little bit. It's not one of those... It looks like it could be a sweet fragrance, but it's really not. It's a real masculine, strong fragrance. They actually compared it to... It's another fragrance that they compared it to. I'm not sure if it's a Creed fragrance or some other fragrance. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to look it up. But they compared it to another fragrance, a high-end fragrance, and that's what made me buy it. But I like it, and this is one also that came after Christmas. It was pretty high in price, and then they marked it down, and I finally got it for like, I don't know, like 15, 20 bucks. But you can find these now in TJ Maxx all day. What's your thoughts on the Varvatos house? John Varvatos. They're okay. Not the best. They lack in performance at times. Most of his fragrances don't last long. The projection on some of them aren't that great. I have the original John Varvatos that I bought. It was a pretty cheap price. This is probably my first. I've smelled some before I bought this first one, in Belks. And the only one I really like, I think I smelled them in Ulta also. The only ones I like is the Varvatos Artesian or Artisan Pure. That's a good one. And he has another one that's pretty decent also. But this one smells okay. It's not the best smelling fragrance I've smelled, but it's okay. They're pretty cheap. Doesn't last long, so if you have to take the bottle with you, you better take it with you because you will have to reapply. This one is Dark Rebel Rider, or Dark Rider Rebel, or what is it? John Varvatos Dark Rebel Rider. Yeah, on the box I think it says Dark Rebel Rider. Let's see. Yeah, it says Dark Rebel Rider on the box. And this is the box. It has a guy in a leather coat. The opening on this is real fucking daring. Like, you have to be a man's man to wear this. That leather is very, very dominant. It's kind of off-putting when you first spray this on. I sprayed it on one day, and I think I did a video on this. Not a full presentation yet, but I think I did like a first impression. And I said I didn't like the opening on this. It was too harsh. It was off-putting. I wore it to work, and when this shit dried down, it became very nice. It was sweet. I like it. If you can get past the opening, this is a damn good fragrance. So, Dark Rebel Rider. I do suggest people try it. Sometimes you have to train your nose to like certain things, and I had to get used to the opening on this. That's why if I do wear this to work one day, I'll spray this on before I leave work, because I usually don't spray fragrances on until I get to the job when I get out my truck. And then I'm walking across the parking lot, and I give it time to air out and dry down. But this one you have to spray on before you leave the house and let it dry down, and then it turns nice. Now, longevity, like I said on John Varvatos, is not that great on any of his fragrances that I know of. But for the price, you can find these pretty cheap. Don't buy them full retail. I highly recommend you not do that. Ulta sells these for like 50, 60 bucks. And you can find these at like TJ Maxx and Ross for like 20, 25 bucks, sometimes cheaper, depending on the bottle size. But don't do retail. Yeah, I only look for scents that can last a work day, which is tough for under 20. Yeah, it's real tough to find fragrance that lasts all day for under $20. You can sometimes find a few that'll last you all day, but for the most part, you're gonna have to reapply. A lot. There are some good cheapies out there for 20 and under, maybe 25, that do last a long time, and I probably could pick out a few in my collection, but it's kind of hard sometimes. to find some decent ones that last you all day. You may get 5.5 hours, sometimes 6, depending. But even with that, you still got to reapply. Which, me personally, I don't mind having to reapply, because if you got a $20 scent, you ain't gonna mind spraying, overspraying, or reapplying, because you can easily run out and go buy another $20 fragrance, the same shit. So it really don't matter. Like this Bentley for Men Intense. I know I keep picking this up. It's a damn good fragrance. I like it. It's kind of boozy, not sweet, but it's a gentleman's scent. Like if you smoking a cigar or some shit, not weed. I said a cigar, because when I said something about smoking a cigar, them antennas went up like no. I meant smoking a cigar, like a Cuban or a regular cigar, not a Black and Mild or no cigar with weed in it. A cigar. It's one of them gentleman type scents where the old heads sitting around and they talking and they smoking and drinking a little cognac. They got on this. This is a man's man scent. And I was kind of scared at first to buy it, but Joy kept talking about it, and I seen other reviewers talk about it, and it made me buy it. But this one ran me about 20 something dollars also. And it's damn good. It's very powerful. It's super powerful. And you only need like maybe 2 sprays of this, maybe 3 depending. Cold weather, not the heat, because you will choke the fuck out of people. But for 20 some odd dollars, this is an all day type scent. So real rap. It's a unique scent. Not wearing it because wifey complains. For me, it's cool. Might make a good video. 8+ hour fragrances for under 20. Yeah, that's a good idea. I might just use that. So thanks for the assist. Let me write this down because my mind is fucked up. That's what you guys are here for. This is y'all channel just as much as it's mine. And whenever y'all have a good idea you want to throw out there, trust me, I look into it. And most of the time, for the most part, I have done a few that people have thrown out there at me. It might not be done the way that you had in mind for it to be done, but I have done some of them. So this is a good one. And now you're going to make me do homework, because now I have to test out fragrances to see which ones last me 8 hours, because I don't remember all of them offhand. And I have to remember the prices of them also. So you're going to make me do some work now. But I'm up for the challenge. No biggie. I know for sure this one will be an all-day fragrance, because I sprayed this on my hand and that shit lasted all day. It's under 20. It's a few other ones that I have, I know offhand, that I can think of. But to do a whole list of 10 is going to be kind of hard. But I'll figure it out. Everfine, Brand, Lalique, at Ross, TJ Maxx, or etc. The only Lalique fragrance that I found at TJ Maxx, not Ross or anywhere else, but the only one is Lalique Pour On. And this one was kind of expensive, like I said earlier, at TJ Maxx around Christmas time. I think this shit was like $40 or $50. And I waited for it to go on clearance. And I think I bought it for $15 or $20, something like that. And now you can find these all day long discounted at TJ Maxx. They're not high as they were before. And also make sure you know the difference. This is the Lionhead version, which is the Eau de Parfum version, and the Horsehead version is the Eau de Toilette version. So this one is actually more stronger, more potent, and more longer lasting. Um, I have to go back to TJ Maxx and see what the price is on this one, because I think I can put this on that list you just said, but I have to look at the price on it and see what they have it priced for now. Because I don't exactly remember what I paid for it. I think it was like 20 something dollars, but I'm not totally sure. But the only one, Sounding the Depths. This is the only one that I've seen. Now, if there are other Lalique fragrances and they don't have the name Lalique on front of it, I don't know. But I know this for sure has. This is the box. And this is the box. It says Lalique Pour On. Sorry about the glare. It's like a metallic kind of Lalique Pour On. And this is Eau de Parfum 75 mil, which is 2.5 ounces. But if you see this box, our TJ Maxx has several boxes of these. And that's probably the only store I've seen these in, besides maybe Perfume World, but I don't even remember seeing it in there. And like I said, I didn't like this one at first. It's a gentleman's scent also. It's not sweet, nothing like that. It's like a man's man scent. So yeah, I may have to bump it up a little bit, at least $25 or $30, because most of my $20 fragrances really don't last like that. I think the only one I can think of looking right now is probably Windsor Pour On by the house of what is that? Is it Windsor? Yeah. I think right now the only 8 hour or 8 hour plus fragrance is Windsor Pour On by the House of English Laundry. I know this one gets me easy a full 8 hour shift worth of work out of this one. For sure. I think this one was like between 15 and 20 bucks. And this is actually the first one I ever bought from this house, from TJ Maxx. And I've only worn this probably once or twice myself. I don't think this has plum in it, but it smells like plum. Like a very, very ripe plum. Like, you know how you go and you get the almost the purplish looking plum, and it's like soft, real soft. It kind of smells like that. I might have a few other fragrances on the shelf for 20 or 25 that may last long like that, but right now, off the top of my head, that's probably the only one that's at the $20 mark or maybe below that I could think of. Silver Scent Pure. I don't think I got 8 hour performance out of that one. I think I got more like 6.5, just on my skin. Now on my clothes, maybe it probably lasted, but it was like a faint scent, and it's like 15 bucks online, or if not cheaper, 12. But it is a beast mode fragrance for the most part. For me, it is. I can't speak for anybody else. But I think I got like 6.5 hours out of it. So it wasn't quite 8 hours. Thallium goes for me too. Just can't wear it. Thallium, to me, is not a beast mode fragrance. That's just to me now. I know you guys get different performance out of it. Smells great. It doesn't last that long on me. Perry Ellis EDT 2018 version. I don't even think my Perry Ellis 360 Red gives me 8-hour performance. I don't think. I haven't worn it in a while though. Sometimes I don't even give fragrances a chance to see how long they last, because I'm one of them ones who, if a fragrance, I can't smell it even though my nose gets nosmic or anosmic or however the fuck you say that shit. If I can't smell it, it's not there, even though everybody else around me can smell it. Like the fragrance I wore Friday, I thought it was gone, and people were still coming up to me telling me they could smell me down the hallway, and I couldn't smell it at all. Still trying to get rid of my 360 Red and Thallium, which sucks because they both beasts for me. Why are you trying to get rid of them? Get rid of them if they beast mode fragrances for you. You lost me on that one. I mean, if I didn't already have both of those fragrances, I would get them from you, because I like both of them. I just don't wear them that much. And is your 360 Red just a regular bottle, or do you have the big ass jumbo bottle? I'm interested if it's that big ass bottle. Because I have this one, which is the, I think, 100 mil. I can't see the shit. But I have this one. And I've been looking for that big ass jumbo. Oh, okay. They both give you headaches. Yeah, I've been looking for that big ass jumbo bottle of this one. And if I could find the big jumbo bottle of it, then I'd go ahead and use this one up. 360 Red lasts about 6, maybe 6.5 hours. Yeah, I get about the same. About between 5 and 6.5 hours is what I get out of this also. Projection, I probably get like 2 hours. Decent projection, and then it becomes a skin scent. But it's pretty damn good though. I still like it nonetheless. .7 ounce jumbo bottle of Perry Ellis 360. Yeah, but I was trying to see if somebody had one that they would sell, like a used bottle of it for cheaper. But I guess this is enough for me for now. I mean, like, I don't even use it that much. I use it in the beginning, maybe a few times, and then after that I stopped using it because my collection started getting bigger and bigger. And you tend to like stray away from all your older stuff and start going into your new stuff. But I am starting to revisit some of my older stuff. I actually need to dust off my damn shelves. I need about 8 sprays of that for it to last. Yeah, you gotta go heavy on the trigger on some of them fragrances to make them last, especially on your clothes. Invictus Clone Instant that you did a review on, and Karen Low Pure. Yeah, I think I've worn that Invictus Clone once. I haven't worn it again since. But it's a pretty good fragrance. It's a damn decent clone, trust me. Um, when I first smelled it, that's the first thing that came to mind. Like, damn, this shit smell like Invictus. Yeah, cotton is better. It really absorbs it pretty decently and holds it. It's almost like walking in the rain, and your shirt holds the water, and your shirt gets heavy and it's like waterlogged. That's kind of what happens when you spray fragrance on it. Not waterlogging, but it holds it. Uh, the shirt that I wear to the hospital is like that polyester type material, and it doesn't hold well. But when I wear that cotton shirt to my second job, it holds it. But there's no need for me to wear a fragrance to the paper mill because it smells like horse shit out there. I'm in Texas yesterday. I had on Green Irish Tweed Oil with Bond number 9. Killing it. At least you can you can afford Bond number 9 because them fragrances are high as fuck. And unless somebody sends me a sample of that shit, that's the only way I'm gonna purchase any Bond fragrances. Them things is high. I priced them. I looked at them. They high. Sprayed thallium on a polyester jacket and still smelled it after I washed it. I get that from Club de Nuit Intense Man. That's probably the only fragrance that I have that I spray on my clothes or something, and I wash my clothes, and that shit is still on there like weeks later. Purdue, Virginia game. They're in the second half. Costco sells Bond number 9 on occasion. Yeah, I've never been inside a Costco. We actually walked past Costco when we was in Jacksonville not too long ago. Me and this chick I was dating at the time. We were taking the kids out, and I go in because they were closing. We have Sam's Club here, and I don't know what they sell. I've been in Sam's Club before in Jacksonville and Savannah, but I've never went in there to look at fragrances. It's mostly just the shop. But I'm going to go online and see what Costco has and see what their prices are. So thanks for the heads up on that. And it's probably still pricey too, even at Costco. Yes, Ron C. Club de Nuit Intense Man does perform just as good as, to me, if not better, on the dry down, I should say, than a Ventus. A lot of people will slap the shit out of me for saying that, but I'm not a big Aventus fan, simply for the price point. And being that I had Club de Nuit Intense Man before I smelled Aventus, it kind of clouds my judgment because on the dry down, to me, they smell the same. The opening is very different because Club de Nuit has lemon and pineapple is in Aventus. They don't smell the same at all. And Club de Nuit opening is harsh, whereas it's smoother in a Ventus. So a Ventus does get the upper echelon of the matchup, but on the dry down, to me, they smell the same. But that's just to my nose. I don't know what anybody else gets, and I get people who swear by a Ventus all day long, and to me, I don't see it. I get performance and the compliment factor just as much as I would with a Ventus. I wore a Ventus to work, and it's actually, so my boy Coop says, is the legendary batch. The woody, citrusy, and a little smoky. I don't know the fucking difference, but that's what he say he sent me. And I didn't get no compliments, period, when I wore that to work. But when I wore Club De Nuit Intense Man, I got all kinds of compliments. So you guys tell me. I mean, I don't know. But I would much rather spend $35 for Club De Nuit versus $100 and something and upwards for whatever the fuck you get from a Ventus. Costco has a small selection. You have to check often and be a member to get the prices. Fragrance X still gonna be cheaper. I got you back. Layer Club De Nuit Intense Man with pineapple cologne. There's a few videos describing it. I think I've seen that fragrance in TJ Maxx, but not the pineapple version. I've seen different versions of that same cologne, but it's like a small bottle of it. It's like a 30 ml bottle. I remember seeing that name before, that Demeter, if that's how you say it. But I've never smelled it or purchased any of them. I didn't know that they were any good. If this the same shit that you talking about. Now, I've seen that name in TJ Maxx, and it's like a TJ Maxx brand with that name on it. So you could be talking about something else, but I don't know. Fragrance X or Fragrance Net for the 100 ml pineapple cologne. 100 ml for $18. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's damn decent, especially if it's a pretty good fragrance. I need to look into that too. Somebody wants to know, how is it by itself without mixing it? Shavathon, Cody want to know how is that fragrance by itself. If you don't mix it, you'll walk around smelling like a Dole pineapple. That might not be a bad thing, because women love pineapples. They love fruit. Depends on how strong it is, though. Mr. Pump and Dump, what's up? I'm wearing Mercedes-Benz fragrance tonight. What's going on, my friend? Which Mercedes-Benz fragrance you wearing is what I like to know, because I have one Mercedes-Benz fragrance myself. And this one is more of the spring and summertime type joint. This is the Mercedes-Benz Club fragrance that I bought. And I paid $30 for this one at Bell's in Savannah, Georgia. And the bottle presentation is very nice. I like it. It kind of looks like a Mercedes-Benz gear shifter or some shit like that. This is the bottle. It's very citrusy. Has a little bit of powder in it. It almost reminds me of not the citrus aspect, but the powder that's in this kind of smells like Burberry Touch almost. It's a damn good scent. It is strong. Trust me. I sprayed this on at work, and somebody did tell me that it was a little bit too strong. But once it settled down, it turned out nice. So you only need a few sprays of this shit, or you will kill somebody or kill yourself. But you can see the juice. It's very nice. I like it. Comes in this little pouch, like the Crown Royal bag or whatever. It looks like some clippers. It's nice. I mean, if you like citrusy and kind of type fragrances, even if you just like Burberry Touch at all, or anything with powder in it, you'll like this one. It's a little citrusy, kind of, it's for, I'll say more for spring than summer. Because summer it gets real hot, and that might be too much with the powder in it. So maybe fall and when it's a little cooler still, like now, it's a little hot outside. But outside right now, when it's like a little after 10 o'clock, and this one will probably be nice for cooler weather because of that powder in it. I seen Joy, do a review on that. Yeah, he's the reason why I bought it. I actually went into Bell's one day because I started seeing that our Bell's started having fragrances or decent fragrances. I never really knew they sold fragrances as long as Bell's has been in existence. And I started going in there buying stuff. Like, that's where I think I bought this Drakkar from and a few other cheapies. But I was in the one in Savannah, and they usually, when you visit other stores like out of town that have more than one outlet, you find different fragrances. And this is one I ran into, and even though it was $30 and I didn't want to spend 30, I bought it anyway because it was something different in my collection. But I'm glad I did buy it. I seen it, I'm gonna grab it. Yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, even if you don't like it, it's still something different in your collection. Like the bottle, once I get another shelf, this bottle is gonna look very nice on the shelf. It's gonna be very attractive. Remember, Joy likes everything. Have you ever heard him say something makes him puke? No, I have never seen him say anything bad or extremely bad about any fragrance. I did on occasion hear him say that he's not fond of something or he's not a big fan of it. But for the most part, you rarely hear him say that about any fragrance. He likes everything. You're right. You're absolutely right. And fucking around with him will have your ass buying every fucking fragrance under the sun. That's one reason why I'm not fond of Kouros and stuff like that. Because I've smelt Kouros and I wasn't a fan of it. But he swears by it. He says it's one of the most beautiful fragrances he ever seen. This guy takes 20 minutes to do a 5-minute review. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I've seen that myself because he is, in defense of him now, he is very passionate about fragrances. He loves fragrances to death, and you can tell. Like, this is real passion. You can tell the people who really care and the people who really love doing what they do, they don't mind talking about it. Like me, sorry about that. My light bulb, it flashes from time to time. They need to fix that shit. But anyway, like me, you can tell I like fragrances. I don't have every fragrance in the world. I haven't smelled everything in the world. And as y'all can see from, all of the, let me show you. from all of these up here that you guys have been sending me, plus what's in this box that I haven't even used yet, and Coop knows what's in that box. I've been in it, anything out of it. But you guys can see there, yes, I have acid reflux at times. That's why you see that there. But and my little teddy bear in my change jar, he's protecting my shit. So you stick your hand in there trying to get my pennies, you're gonna pull back a nub, goddammit. But those are all fragrances besides and maybe one or two others that I have never smelled before. And thanks to you guys, I have gotten my nose on some damn good fragrances. And I appreciate it a lot. And don't stop sending them, guys. If you got some new stuff that you would like me to test and review, or sample and review, I should say, keep sending them to me. I'm cool with it. It don't even have to be, you know, full samples like this, which I don't mind. I mean, you can do like my other homie did and send me just a little bit in the bottom like that. Even though this is way bigger, you don't have to fill it up. Just send me a little something I can spray on and sample and see what it smells like. And this one is that L'Aventure fragrance. Keep them coming. What do you think about Hobie Gant Intense? I don't even know if I'm even saying that right, Ron C. I have never heard of that. You guys have Thallium Black and Thallium Anonymous. Anonymous is on Fragrance Net for 15. I've seen, I think, both of those fragrances. I didn't order them. I just ordered the regular Thallium. But I haven't smelled or tested anything else from the House of Thallium. My top 5 fragrances. Give me a second to get this shit together here, and I'll tell you. I have more than 5 top fragrances. I'm just gonna show you the ones that I like the most out of my collection right now, without overcrowding the table, because as you can see, I'm gonna show you. As we talk, my little table gets filled up because I start picking out fragrances that you guys are asking about and talk about some. So that's why my little table gets crowded at times. But that's what I just did. So first, Acqua di Gio by Giorgio Armani Absolute is one of my favorite fragrances. This shit is amazing. I wore this to a place called the Jerk Shack, and they sell like jerk chicken and, you know, Jamaican food and shit like that. And it's actually a nightclub also. And I wore this that night, and I got so much attention. Number one, from the way I dressed, but this one chick, she said she smelled this on me and she was like, ooh, ooh. So that's how I, it's a conversation piece. That's what made her want to holler. So I had this on. So if you don't have, I actually recommended this to a female subscriber. And I haven't seen her name on here in a while. I don't know if she even watches anymore. But she said she was looking for a fragrance for her dad for his birthday. And I recommended this to her. And I think she bought it, but this is pricey. It's like 80 or 90 something dollars. I didn't buy this. One of my ex-girlfriends bought this for me. So if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even have this. So this is one. This is the one I said to me smells better than Invictus Aqua. And this is Bulgari Aquamarine. I love this bottle. It's different. And this shit is amazing. I wore Invictus Aqua to work one day and I didn't get no compliments. But when I wore this, I got hella compliments when I had this on. I had people chasing me down the hallway and telling me if I ever want to come through their department smelling like this again, feel free to. And I haven't worn this since. Of course, this is one I live and die by. And I want to get me a backup bottle, although I know it's probably not going to smell like this batch. And I can't tell you guys the batch number because this is a black bottle and they got it like written onto the bottom of the bottle, but I barely can read it. So I'm sorry if I can't get you guys the batch code. And I threw the box away. I usually don't keep boxes, even though you do see some boxes, just because I don't have another shelf yet. But Club de Nuit Intense Man is one I live and die by. This is another one that I hype up a lot. Bora Bora. The first time I ever wore this to work, I got the same kind of reactions I did from Giorgio Armani Absolute and Bulgari Aquamarine. This shit is amazing. It's a sweet, sweet fragrance, but women love this shit. And it's pretty cheap. It's between, what, like 12 and 15, maybe 20 bucks, depending on where you buy it. I want a backup bottle of this, too. One that I got my nose on, and I wasn't able to purchase myself, but my friend purchased this for me also. And this is Azzaro Wanted. And this shit is amazing. I love this bottle. When I first seen this, I wanted it because it looks like a barrel of a gun. And the juice is amazing. This shit smells so good, man. It kind of reminds me of YSL. Not the Louis Delhomme, but it kind of reminds you of the original YSL L'Homme. So if you have L'Homme, then you don't need this one, but I like this one. Another one is L'Ennui Delhomme. I love this one. This shit is nice. It just doesn't last long. I wore this actually to a track meet recently, and the fashion in the opening is beautiful. It just doesn't last long. On my clothes it does, but on my skin it doesn't. This is another one, Imperial number 4. Sorry about the glare. This is another great one. Kind of reminds me of the Tom Ford bottles. Even though I can't afford Tom Ford. Does have a Tom Ford type bottle. This shit is nice as fuck. It lasts a pretty decent amount of time. I think I get like maybe 2.5 hours of projection out of it from me. I can't speak for nobody else. And maybe about 6.5, pushing 7 hours of longevity, even though it is a skin scent. After, the first initial few hours, it's still on you, so it counts. Imperial number 1 is another great one that I like. I wore this to my friend's job, and she was mad at me because I was smelling so good, and everybody was asking what the fuck I was wearing, and she was a little jealous by it, but I like that bottle too. It's see-through. Nice. Reminds me of Tom Ford. I think it's Neroli Portofino. It's like the same kind of bluish color around the bottle, I believe, or whatever. I don't know. And last but not least, Albertash Concepts #1 is another great fragrance. I like this bottle. And this shit smells amazing too. It's pricey. This is the highest priced fragrance in my collection, period. Online, this retails for like $3.99. So $400. The store I bought it from was selling it for $150, and he actually sold it to me because I bought this and I bought another one of these with it, and he gave me a bullshit fragrance for free. I think it's called Pure Emotion or something like that. Some bullshit. It smells like hot ass chips. But this shit is nice. I do have other fragrances that I do like in this collection, but these are probably my most favorite of all of them. I do have Valentino Uomo Intense, which is another great one. I have some others, some cheapies over there that I like too. But these are probably my favorite. Costco prices are amazing for the generic brand Zantac and Prilosec. Over-the-counter meds and vitamins, the best. Yeah, that's what's up. I be wanting to, but sometimes I already be home, and my friend will call and check on me, and she'll ask me if I need anything, and she'll go and pick up, something cheap like this, which they work for a little while, but they don't give me like long lasting relief. And I don't always have it. It's just when I eat greasy foods. That's why I stopped eating so much food at the hospital, because they fry everything, they lather everything in butter and oil, and you would think at a hospital shit would be more healthier because you got people there already for high blood pressure, cholesterol, heart problems, and all kinds of shit. So you would think that they're more healthier, but breakfast time, I only eat fruit. Every blue moon, I might get hash browns or biscuit and gravy or something. But I try to stay away from the sausage and the bacon and stuff like that. But yeah, Ashton said Anonymous was bad and haven't seen anything good about Black either. Everything I've seen is the original. It's the only one worth messing with. Yeah, I only stuck with the original Thallium. I don't deal with all that other shit. Do you have Lacoste Essential? No, but I heard of it. I really want to try Lacoste L'Homme. I've heard good about that one, but I've heard Essential is supposed to be good also, but I haven't smelled it. What has Ashton said about regular Thallium, which I love? I don't even remember if I seen a video of him reviewing Thallium. He may have, but I don't remember seeing it. Now, I know that what's the other guy's name? I can't think of the other guy's name. He wears glasses. He be with Brooklyn Fragrance Lover a lot. They do a lot of collabo videos. I think he may have talked about Thallium, but I'm not sure. And I know Joy probably has, but I don't know either. Top 10. I'm gonna have to do a video on these top fragrances because it's a lot for me to keep getting up and picking out all these fragrances. So I'm gonna have to do some videos for you guys. Just remember being interested in Anonymous, but couldn't find anything that made it blind buy worthy for me. Thallium Anonymous has an Arrows type vibe. Yeah, if it smells like Arrows, I'm not interested. I mean, not saying anything bad against arrows. I love arrows. A lot of people don't like Versace arrows because they say it's too sweet and it's this and that. I actually happen to love arrows. So, Chrome Legend is one of my next ones. Yeah, Legend is pretty damn good. I like it. Legend has a sharp metallic vibe. I couldn't get past, but everyone else here loves it. I didn't get the. I mean, I guess it does have a little bit of a metallic vibe, but I think Azzaro Chrome, the original, has more metallic vibe in it than Legend does. I'd probably prefer Legend over the original, but being that the original is more known, I would probably wear the original more. Chrome Legend has to be stronger than my 2017 bottle. Chrome, it may be, but I'm not sure. It definitely has solid performance, but I know they've changed the cap. Yeah, it's probably been refined. I wouldn't doubt it. I always keep the boxes. Yeah, I don't really keep the boxes because it's too much shit. Like, it don't. I try to display my stuff on a shelf. And if I display it on the shelf and take it out of the box, then where the hell I'm gonna keep all them boxes? And then the place I live in, it's like a extended stay hotel type joint. Not really an apartment type deal. And I don't have a lot of room in here. So that's why I usually get rid of the boxes and just display the bottles on the shelf. And I'm pretty sure you've seen one of my videos I've done showing off my collection. And I have a shitload of fragrances on my dresser that I have to unbox also. And I'm not really into selling fragrances. I may trade a few every now and then, but I'm not big on selling. So I really don't care about the box. Even though the box does make some people feel more better when purchasing from someone a fragrance. Like this box I may keep because this is nice. I like this. But all of these other cheap ass boxes, like this one, the bottom is falling out of it. Like it won't even stay closed. And I can put a little piece of clear tape on it to hold it, but I mean, I don't want to go through all of that. You have to hold the. Yeah, I tried holding it to the light. I even tried going in the bathroom because that light is brighter. I tried shining the camera light on it, and it's just hard for me to read them little ass numbers. Like I can barely see them right now. I don't know. I'm waiting for a good price on Wanted by Night. Yeah, it is still kind of high. Even this Wanted was still high. My friend bought it when we were in Savannah at an outlet, at an actual cologne and perfume shop. And I think she paid like 70 or 80 something dollars for this. So, yeah, if it was up to me, I wouldn't have it. And I won't Want It by Night also because I heard it was pretty good. Lana Weed DeLone was much stronger with 2014 bottles. Yeah, the originals are always most of the time gonna be better than the ones that come after it. They reformulate shit and they tamper with stuff and fuck with it and chop the shit up and cut it. Like just leave the shit alone, man. If you hold it under a light at an angle, you can see. Yeah, I tried that. And it's just hard for me to see. My eyes ain't what they used to be, man. I know you're trying to help me get the batch code, but I'll get a headache just even trying to keep doing that shit. I might try it. Well, I even tried to take a picture of the shit, and it wouldn't show up. Sometimes I'll buy testers, and they just have generic boxes. Yeah, I bought a lot of testers, too. And they come with them cardboard generic-ass boxes. 100 milliliters of Wanted is 33 on Fragrance Net. Yeah. Um, I actually wasn't even looking for it when we were out of town that time. Uh, I saw it on the shelf and she remembered it. Because actually, this is one of the ones I saw around Christmas. And they had it, it was like a gift set. It was this, and it came with a pouch, and something else was in the pouch with it, like some or aftershave or some shit. And it was a pretty decent price, but I didn't want to pay the price for it at the time, so it hit clearance, and it had that red sticker on it, and it was marked down. I think it was like 30 something dollars or 40 something dollars at the time, and I was trying to be cheap and wait for it to jump down one more time, and then I was gonna buy it. But the day back, it was gone. So uh, we saw it in the shop, an actual shop, and she bought it for me, and it was what it was. So, like I said, I'm not concerned about the price because I have it now, and I've only used this maybe once, so I'll probably have it for a while, like everything else here. But I appreciate the lookout though, the assist. You guys always let me know about prices and where you find fragrances at, and I appreciate it. It seems like I do this more and more every night. Like every time I do a fragrance review, y'all guys ask me questions and I pull all this shit out. And then at the end of the video, I got to put all this shit back where I got it from. But I don't mind doing it. You guys are a lot of fun to talk to. And I wish some of us were, or if not all of us, were closer to each other. We all could get together sometime and, you know, get together, maybe talk fragrance, have some drinks, you know, get some wings or something like that. You know, that would be cool, man. I've had a few reviewers say that they wouldn't mind meeting me. I should come to, you know, such and such place. They want to take pictures with me, in which I don't see myself as that caliber type person. Not yet, anyway. But I am very humble, and I appreciate that people look at me in that light. I've never really been a popular type dude. Um, I didn't think so. But the females that back in the day who used to want to talk to me, even now, I feel more popular now. Not with you guys, but now that I'm single and people see me differently, I dress differently, I'm more confident than I used to be. I smell good every single time I go out somewhere, whether it's to work or, you know, just running out somewhere, and people are noticing that. They like the beard, they like the bald head. Um, I'm not in the best shape that I used to be. I used to be 150 pounds back when I was younger, but I done gained a little weight now. As you can see, your boy got some. I'm not trying to hold it in, guys. I done gained some weight. I need to get this. All right, so apparently we are not going on the island now. She changed her mind. I guess she want to try to find a movie and watch on the Fire Stick. So it is what it is. But yeah, I wasn't always the popular guy. At least in my eyes, I wasn't. A lot of females used to want to holler at me back in the days, but I wasn't doing shit at the time. I was still a virgin. Um, I wasn't out there like that. And then I went on a dry spell where it felt like nobody was interested in me. I thought, you know, I was starting to have hair loss in the front, and I didn't see myself as handsome, even though a lot of other people did. And I went through some things past few years. I've talked about it before. I'm not gonna go back through it again, but I came back from a very dark place, and now it seems like all the women adore me. Everyone wants to talk to me. I've always had a personality that was magnetic. People always were drawn to me for some reason, whether it's I was a great listener or a great friend or give sound advice. Whatever it was, people always were attracted to me. So a lot of people who jump in and find my channel or our channel, I should say, they always say I seem like I'm real. I'm a real person. It seems like I keep it real. Um, they say I'm humble, and I'm glad people see me for who I am and not, judge me for who they think I am. People should give people a chance. You never know. You might miss out on a blessing. So I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And as I saw earlier, I think we're at 147 subscribers now. And it's creeping up there slowly but surely. I know throughout the day I get little notifications. You have a new subscriber here and there. And I appreciate every last one of them. Whether they watch the videos or not, they still took the time to subscribe to my channel, or our channel, I should say. I need to get used to saying our, because this is uh, I appreciate everything, period. And I try to keep it as 100 as possible. I'm not as knowledgeable as some of those other guys are. I've said this before. I don't know everything. I haven't smelled everything. I don't own everything. Um, I do rely on you guys as much as you guys rely on me at times, and I rely on other reviewers to give information, and whatever I can look up or whatever you guys give me, I use back. So I thank you all for everything, and I wish I could meet each and every one of you guys. And you never know, one day it may be possible. I may be in your area, in your city, for some strange reason or another, and if you can catch up with me or run across me somewhere, that's cool. What I really want to do is talk my friend into getting her ass on camera and doing a sample of some of these fragrances. But she's so scared and nervous to do it, like in front of camera. She'll stand next to me off camera and smell something and tell me, like she did before. But she will not get in front of this camera for nothing in the world. Like I tried to get her to do it the other night, but she wouldn't do it. And probably because she come in here and she got that fucking bonnet on her head and shit like that. So I don't know. Some way or another, I want to start getting these reactions to females on film, on camera. Like Friday when I wore, what the fuck was it I wore Friday? I wore Hawass by Rasasi. Um, the reactions I was getting from females all day long, I wish I could have got them on camera so you guys can see the reactions I get when I'm at work. It's unbelievable. The reactions that I get, people say I smell so good, what I'm wearing. People be wanting me to order stuff for them. I actually had um what the fuck was I just saying? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Anyway, I just wish that y'all could see some of the reactions that I get from females, man, and at times it's just unbelievable. Like, people actually sit and tell me how good I smell every day. You always have something different on every day, and it always smells good. I actually had on Le Parfait by Armaf, which is green Irish tweed, or I should say Tres Nuit and Club de Nuit Intense Man, because uh, that's what's in Le Parfait. Um, I had that fragrance on one day, and one of my coworkers said it smelled so good on me, and she wanted it for her old man. Well, I sold her my bottle because it was only like $20 something. So I sold it to her for 20. And I think I've told this story before. And I sold it to her for 20, and then she gave it to her old man. He had just got out of prison, and she said on him she didn't like it as much as she did on me. But then, like a little while later, she came back, like days later or weeks later, and she said it smelled so good on him. Like, we were at home, he had just got out the shower, he sprayed it on, he was smelling good, and that was one of them intimate moments where it just kicked in for her. And I hope he had a great time that night at my expense. But stuff like that makes me feel good that I can help people out. Like the lady I had on, what was it? The Casino Royal Nights by Dua. I had that fragrance on one day last week, I think it was, or earlier this week. And the young lady I did the video on, and she said it smelled good. She has allergies and she can't stand a lot of perfume and cologne. And she said she smelled that on me and she loved it. I gave her the last, it was probably like this much left. And I gave it to her. And she took it home and let her old man smell it, let the kids smell it. And everybody in her family loved it. And she said she was going to order it. Now, whether she do or not, I don't know. But they loved it. And it's moments like that that make this worthwhile for me. That people take my knowledge of fragrances. Even though I knew nothing about that until Coop sent it to me, I did have to do some research and give her information and tell her where to purchase it, how to get to Dua's website. I told her the price of it, and what size bottles it was and stuff like that. So it makes me feel good when I can help people like that. And that started a friendship, because before that she would never say anything to me. But just that one instance, having that cologne on, started a conversation. And now we're cool. Too bad she couldn't have been single, because she is a gorgeous young lady. She's not the thickest in the world, like some guys like big asses and big chests and whatever, but she's a very beautiful young lady. She's well spoken. She seems to be a career woman, but she is married, and I respect that. And whatever friendship we have out of this, as far as like seeing each other at work, colleagues or whatever, then that's fine with me. But it's just the fact that now there's a new connection, there's a new friend, there's that thread now is woven. And you never know, she might come and say, hey, any other fragrances you got that I may be able to sample, maybe I'll like or whatever. Like, it starts something. Same with you guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who you guys from, any bum or regular person on the street. But just talking about fragrances builds that rapport, that relationship between us. And now it feels like we're one big ass family. So I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, for real. But anyway, it don't seem to be anything else you guys want to talk about or know about. And we're dwindling now. We're down to 3 viewers. So I'll just go ahead and end this video. I need to take a shower and figure out what the fuck we're going to watch tonight. And you guys have a great night. Whatever it is you're doing. If you're going out, if you're sitting home chilling, or whatever you're doing, drinking a couple of cold ones, watching the games. I hope you all have a great night. Check your boy out tomorrow. You never know what I'm gonna do. I could have this 8+ hours cents under $20 thing done. I could do a top 10 list. You never know. So just stay tuned, guys. Peace.